Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I'm going to share with you my simple living gift guide. So this is a post that I did over on the blog. If you want a quick read through and check all the links versus listening to this video, you can check the link in the description below to get my entire gift guide. But I am gonna share kind of a video version here where I go through all the items and what I love about them and why I think they're a good gift for Christmas. So first I'm gonna share my simple living gift guide for kids. Pretty much everything on this list we already own, and the reason I did that is just kind of give you an idea of gifts that I know for sure are really cool, that my kids enjoy. There's been a lot of things over the years that, have come into our house and they go right back in the Goodwill pile. So these are all things that I know that we love. So the first category I'm going to talk about is crafty gifts for kids. So I personally love anything that is educational, crafty, or gets the kids outside. Anything that doesn't have too many parts is also pretty great. My older girls can deal with too many parts, but a lot of times if it's for the younger kids, they just get scattered around and then the game or whatever it is becomes pretty much useless. My first one is the 10-inch pot holder loom. A friend of mine actually told me about this. She loves making them. Her kids love making them, and they're different than when we had them when we were kids because I made these all the time and they were those nylon strips. Well, now they're made with cotton, so now they're a lot more useful because the old ones didn't really insulate, and so you can make actual pot holders. My kids are obsessed with them. They want to make them for everybody that they know. The next one is a flip book kit. So I have two kids who are really into animation, and they like making little flip books. It keeps them busy for a really long time. It's an easy toy that you can't really lose any pieces to, and it encourages that creativity. The third in this category is drawing supplies. My daughter loves drawing. She has a few favorite YouTubers who do like a drawing school. I will link those in the description below. But just getting like a nice notebook and all the tools for drawing. Amazon has a nice little drawing set, is a really good stocking stuffer for a kid like that. All right, next is the educational category. The first one I want to bring up is this app. I personally don't play any instruments at all. We have the two older girls in violin and guitar lessons. Their instructor comes here every week, and my oldest daughter was really interested in playing piano, and she found this app that goes on her iPad and she just sets it above her keyboard and it teaches them how to play piano. We have now repurchased that app 2 years in a row, and I know that she's actually truly playing the piano because we go to other people's houses and she gets on their piano and starts playing. And it all came from the app because the instructor teaches them string instruments, not piano. So I just love it because it's a really inexpensive way to get them introduced to other instruments without having to pay private lesson fees. So the only expense I had is the app. We just pay yearly, and then the keyboard. I will leave a link in the description below to that specific app, and then also a keyboard similar to the one that we have. We just had one that was in my in-laws' basement, but it's very similar. And she's gone from playing on that keyboard to playing on a real piano, and she can totally do it. And so to me, it was such a great investment. I'll continue to buy it year after year. All right, also in the educational category, I have this Melissa and Doug monthly calendar. Now I bought the one that we have. I linked the exact same one in the description below. I believe 5 or 6, maybe even more years ago. Now it does have a lot of pieces. So what I recommend, and we used to do this every single month, is getting it out at the beginning of the month, putting all of the days and the months onto the calendar and kind of talking about it with your kids, because it's a really great way for little ones to understand the concept of weeks and months and days and how they all go together and how long a month is if you get that out every single month and put, all the different activities that you have going on. Okay, the next one is Duplo Legos. We've had the smaller Lego sets, but we always lose them. The larger Duplo ones we've loved year after year. We continue to buy more of them, either if we find them at a garage sale or a thrift shop, or we just buy them. There are several options on Amazon, and it's one of those collections you can continue to build. It inspires a lot of imagination, and the kids are able to be occupied for a really long time with something that I call a clean mess. Now, like food and paper and all paint, that's like a messy mess. But Legos to me, if they're laying out, I feel like it's not really a mess. The next category is books. So there are a few books in our family that we love and we've loved year after year. And then we have a few new ones. So I just recently bought them the How Great Is Our God? 100 Indescribable Devotions About God and Science. This one is by Louis Giglio. We really like it for homeschool, but it's also written in a really fun way, so it's actually enjoyable for kids. The next is the Jesus Storybook Bible. We love this one. We've had it for years. The Little House series. Now, I mentioned this in my blog post, but I know it's cliche that all homeschoolers love Little House, but the storytelling really is just so great. Laura Wilder is just such a great author, and it teaches them about the history of our country. We've read the series probably 3 or 4 times aloud to our children. Also, the Action Bible is a great book. It's entertaining for kids, and my kids absolutely love it. The next category is outside fun. To me, anything that gets kids outside more is a win in my book. It makes our yard look so cluttered, but I don't care. So the first one is the Hearthsong Sky Curve Large Platform Rope Tree Swing. That's a mouthful. We received this as a Christmas gift last year from my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. So we had just purchased this property at Christmas time. We weren't moved in yet at all. What's so cool about it is it just hangs in any tree, and it can fit all of our kids. I've also seen my girls out there just reading, laying in that swing, reading on a nice day. I sometimes even sit on it whenever I'm on the phone. Another one is a trampoline. Now, we had a trampoline at our old house. By the time it was time to move, we were so sick of moving things. We were so sick of packing things up. So we just left it for the next owner because they had kids and they wanted our playground. Anyways, we're gonna be getting one this Christmas again, because we love having a trampoline. Our kids really miss it. Our girls are in gymnastics. They like to practice on there. Trampolines are just magical for a kid. They love it. All right, now that is my list for kids. I'm sure I can come up with a whole lot more. And if I do add any more, I will be adding them to the blog post because I can't remake this video. And also, if there's any really good Black Friday deals that I end up seeing, I'll probably add them to the blog post. You can refer to that. The next category is for her. Now, this is the end. I only did kids and for her. Guys are just difficult. I think, you know, food, they like that. Long johns, socks, I don't know. I only put together the gift guide for her and for kids. So first in the crafty category, sewing machine. Obviously, I love sewing. I have an entire sewing tutorial series. So I have on my blog, farmhouseonmoon.com/learn-to-sew, all the lessons. So you can gift her, whoever she is in your life, a sewing machine, maybe a little bit of linen fabric tied up in a bow in the stocking, and then the link to my Learning to Sew series. Give her a little hobby for the rest of winter, as if you probably don't have enough things going on, but late at night after the kids go to bed, it's something I love to do creatively. And what's great about a sewing machine is people always are really afraid about the cost of getting started with sewing, but I have one linked that is less than $100. I believe it's even less than $80. And honestly, it's not expensive. You only need the basic stitches, straight stitch, zigzag. There is nothing too complicated about that technology. And a lot of times you can also find them on Black Friday deals. If there ends up being a really good Black Friday deal on a sewing machine, I might come back on here and share that, or I will leave it in the blog post. But even the one I have linked there currently, as it isn't Black Friday, is super inexpensive. All right, in the books category, I shared a few of my favorite books. I have the Prairie Homestead Cookbook. This is by Jill Winger. It's full of simple recipes, beautiful photos. It is just a nice hard copy book. I own it. I love it. The next is Seasons at the Farm. This one's by Shay Elliott. She just has a way of making her farmhouse really beautiful and cozy and comfortable. When I got that book, just read it from front to back, I just really loved it. And she has a beautiful style of writing. I also shared From France to the Farm. That's another one I really enjoyed. And then this is a shameless plug for my book, Simple Farmhouse Life. They are actually, my publisher is currently running a pre-order sale from the 26th of November through December 4th. The code is 15farmhouse, and you can pre-order my book and get a discount on it. So it comes out February 1st, so it isn't really a gift for Christmas, but it is on sale right now, and maybe if you do get this gift, you can just write a little note saying that your book will be arriving in February. So I had to mention it in the books category. The next category is natural beauty and skincare. So I shared about this probably at least a year ago, the makeup that I use. And I recently tried a few new products from the company 100% Pure. They have all pure and natural things on their website. So they have lots of gift sets, kind of like you'd get from Bath & Body Works, only they're natural and fruit pigmented and all that kind of stuff. And so they are a good option if you have a natural loving woman in your life. I just love my makeup from them. I don't have to feel like I shouldn't be wearing it because it has a bunch of bad stuff in it. It's pure. The next category is kitchen. So I know some people are probably shaking their heads thinking that kitchen items aren't actually a gift. That's kind of a chore. Me personally, I love cooking. So anything you'd get me for my kitchen, I'd be happy about. So I did include it on here, even though maybe for some people this wouldn't be a gift. So know your woman that you're buying for. If she doesn't like cooking, do not shop from this category. Do not do that. So the first one is this golden yellow washed cotton smock. I just thought it was so beautiful. I personally have some smock aprons that I've handmade and I really enjoy them. The next is cast iron skillets. Every from scratch cook needs a cast iron skillet. And then I also included this leather cast iron skillet handle cover that I found. I thought it would be so pretty sitting there. Also, obviously it would protect your hand whenever it's hot. Just on my stove, my cast iron skillets sit out and I thought, oh man, that leather handle cover would be a neat stocking stuffer because it just would make your cast iron skillet even prettier. The next is the Berkey water filter. You all know that I love our Berkey water filter. We've had it for 8 years. I need it for the base of every recipe. So everything sourdough I make, I need my nice filtered water. Any broth that I make, I like to use it. Berkey's currently running a bundle sale. Again, if they do run a Black Friday sale, I'll probably get on here and talk about it. As of right now, I just know about the bundle sale, which is already great. But if they run something even better, I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right, the next is the KitchenAid mixer, which I personally have a Bosch mixer. I love my Bosch mixer. It can need so much more than any other mixer I found. It has a really high capacity. However, the reason I put the KitchenAid mixer on here is lately in this farmhouse, as we are renovating it, I've been thinking how much prettier it would be to have a KitchenAid sitting out on it. Now, I'm gonna continue to use my Bosch, but if you haven't bought a mixer yet, I just feel like the KitchenAid is so pretty. I love all the attachments that it has. So if you don't yet have a grain mill, you can get the grain mill attachment. There's a meat grinder attachment, pasta attachment. These are all things I'm just learning about. So I might eventually get a KitchenAid because I get sick of lugging my Bosch in and out of the pantry, but I do still love my Bosch. I do still love my Nutrimill. I'm gonna be sticking with that for now, but I did add the KitchenAid to the list because I think any natural, simple living woman who likes to make bread and all kinds of other from scratch foods would truly enjoy that. The next one is the Burr coffee grinder. So I shared how we make our coffee in our family over a year ago here on my YouTube channel, and I used one of those press down coffee grinders. So many people told me that we needed to get a Burr grinder. So I since have. I have this one by Oxo Brew, which I linked in the description below. And I absolutely love it, and see what everybody was saying. Now, the thing I love about it is you can adjust the settings, so you can do really fine coffee or you can do really coarse, depending on if you're making a pour over or you're making French press coffee. Trust me, if somebody in your life loves coffee, they will love that Burr grinder. The next is an enameled cast iron Dutch oven. I have one. I think it's beautiful. It cooks up soups really well and stews. It's perfect for that. So I added it to the list. Okay, wrapping this up. For the home category, I put chunky cable knit throw blanket just because you can never have enough of them. They're cozy, perfect for the wintertime. Hand dipped beeswax candles. Those I've been seeing around everywhere. They're kind of trending right now. I personally love them because beeswax, instead of adding toxins to the air, actually removes them to an extent. And so I think they would just look really pretty tied with a bow as like a gift topper or a stocking stuffer. And then the last thing in the home category, this is random, but is the JBL Flip speaker. We have one of these. I personally love listening to music around the house when I'm doing chores, when I'm cooking. We all love that in my family. And so having one of those Bluetooth speakers is just a fun thing to have in your home. All right, in the outside / homestead category, I put mucks and wool socks. So if you have a lady who has a muddy piece of property like we do here on 7 acres, those are some wonderful gift ideas. That was super long, but I'm leaving links to all of those in the description box below. I hope that this makes your Christmas shopping a little bit easier, a little bit more practical. I tried to pick things that aren't just gonna be going to Goodwill in a few months, which we've had our fair share of those, and just make simple living a little bit easier. All right, well, if you are brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.